and saying, Thou that destroyest temple and buildest it in 3 days, save thyself. If thou be the Son of God, come down from the cross. Likewise also the chief priests, mocking him with the scribes and elders, said, He saves others, himself he cannot save. If he be king of Israel, let him now come down from the cross, and we will believe him. He trusted in God. Let him deliver him now, if he will have him. For he said, I am the Son of God. The thieves also which were crucified with him cast the same in his teeth. Now from the 6th hour there was a darkness over all the land unto the 9th hour. And about the 9th hour Jesus cried with a loud voice, saying, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani. That is to say, my God, why hast thou forsaken me? Some of them that stood there, when they heard that, said, This man calleth for Elias. And straightway one of them ran and took a sponge and filled it with vinegar and put it on a reed and gave it to him to drink. The rest said, Let be. Let us see whether Elias will come to save him. Jesus, when he had cried again with a loud voice, yielded up the ghost. And behold, the veil of the temple was rent in twain, from the top to the bottom, and the earth did quake, and the rock rent.
And Jesus cried out again with a loud voice, and yielded up his spirit. And Jesus cried out again with a loud voice, and yielded up his spirit. And Jesus cried out with a loud voice, and yielded up his spirit. And Jesus cried out with a loud voice, and yielded up his spirit. The word of God is speaking to the house. It's time for you to yield up your spirit. It's time for you to yield up the spirit woman and the spirit man that lives on the inside. It's time for you to give yourself away to God that He can use you. It's time for you to stop. If you've ever been in a car and you have come to a sign on the road that says yield, I encourage you to begin to put your foot on the brakes to slow the vehicle down when you get to the yield sign. And the reason it is because there's oncoming traffic that is coming the opposite way. And you want to make sure that you don't hit that traffic, so you have to put the brakes on and yield and let them go by. God is saying to the church today, it's time to put on your spiritual brakes. It's time for you to stop where you are. It's time for you to stop looking at everybody else. It's time for you to stop judging everybody else and pump your own brakes. And you, instead of you praying for somebody else, instead of you doing something for somebody else, God says yield up your spirit. It's time for me to give up the ghost. It's time for me to do as Jesus did. I got to give it up. And then he goes on to verse 51 and says, Then behold, the veil of the temple was torn in two from top to bottom. And the earthquake and the rock were split. Understand that the veil was made out of real thick fabric. So thick. So thick. And it was in the temple and it separated the temple. And only the priests were considered holy at this time. And only the priests were able to go beyond the veil. The Catholics go to the priest, and the priests go beyond the veil for them. They're still stuck. Somebody hear me. They're still stuck. Okay? And what is making the religion separate from ours is because in verse number 51, it says, then behold, the veil of the temple was torn into two from top to bottom, and the earthquakes and the rocks were split. This now gave us as the believers our independence. This now gave the believer their independence. Pastor, what do you mean? This now gave us the independence to go to God without needing the priest. You don't need your pastor to pray for you when you're going through. You don't need your pastor to come pray over your house when you move in it. You are holy. You are God's son and God's daughter. Anoint your home and pray over it as the priest of your house. So when Jesus died and he gave up the ghost, in verse 50 it says that Jesus cried out again and with a loud voice and yielded up his spirit. When you hear the word it says he yielded up his spirit, that means he went up and ascended up into heaven with the Father. He's no longer in the flesh. He is now risen with the Father. He is in spirit. He left his fleshly body behind. Things of God, in order to get into the place where God can use you, you got to be able to leave the body behind. You got to be able to not focus on the things of the flesh, but care about the things of the Spirit of God. You got to be able to supersede the flesh by yielding it up and taking your spirit and ascending it to the heavenly places. That's what the Word of God was talking about, walking in spirit and walking in truth. In order for me to do this, I got to be willing to give up something on earth, something in this earthly temple, that I may be able to see the glory of God. Understand that Jesus had a purpose and he had a destiny. His destiny was the cross, and his purpose was salvation. He came to save us, that through him we would be saved, not through the priest. When we become worshipers of the priest, we get involved in idolatry. We end up cheating on God. We end up going outside of the marriage that God has really called us to be in, and that's within, and we make it with man. And we do what the man said, but we want to please the man, and we want to worry about the man, and we want to make sure the man, and the man, and the man, and the woman, and the woman, and the woman, and the man. And we forget about the God that is operating through the woman and the man of God. I came to give you back your independence today. I came to tell you, you do not need the priest to make it to heaven. But what you do need is you need a Savior. You need to access heaven on your own. You need to seek God on your own for yourself. The Word of God says, study to show yourself approved, that you will be able to rightly divide if I'm telling you something wrong. Say, Pastor, you got to show me that in the Word. Because I want to do what you tell me to do. I want to do what the Word of God tells me to do. Somebody hear me today. So in order for you to follow the Spirit of God, you have got to be able to give up the ghost. You've got to be willing to say, I'm going to give it up. I got to give up me in order to get in. I got to give up me to get a little bit closer to God. So Matthew 27 is dealing with